pressure is accumulating.
For who?
For you now.
How?
For you now. 0-0 draw against Crystal Palace. And you said you're gonna give them 8 in your last interview.
That was in the mood I was during the Barnsley game. So 7 goals. I thought it was going to go round, but unfortunately, Palace was lucky. We missed good number of goals in the first half. You get Bruno, Zirkzee, De Ligt, Garnacho. They had good chances to score, but then it is what it is. Sometimes it's like this.
So what happened? What happened to your game?
Nothing. Sometimes the just doesn't go in at the back of the net. You get, you play the game and then the goal doesn't just come. If not, we dominated Palace in the first half. Complete dominance, possession, chances created, touches in opposition box, expected goals, everything. We dominated them. Garnacho should have scored. Bruno should have scored the rebound. Zirkzee too hard, and then De Ligt had the point blank header. These are chances we should have just turned over. But sometimes it's like that.
But I think your substitution changed your game today.
Well, you see, I think first of all, the Rashford substitution for me, okay, Rashford definitely will come inside the game, but I feel he came in too early. Zirkzee and Garnacho and Bruno were already catching the vibe in the attack. The interplay between those guys was already there. I felt like the coach should have stretched their, the opportunity for them, giving them 1 minute to see what they can do together. At least he should have just stretched it to like 70-75 before bringing in Rashford, because it's a small pitch. You have to understand the profile of players you have before bring them into this thing. This is a small pitch. Palace pitch is so small. Rashford needs a wide pitch to run. If there's no yard to run out, then Rashford, you're not going to get the best out of him. So why not allow people like Garnacho, Zirkzee, Bruno, who can play in tight spaces? But well, the substitution, I'm not convinced. I felt like if you take Rashford's substitution away, the time we made it, maybe we could have scored.
What about Eriksen? Because Eriksen controlled the game in the first half and remaining second half that he was on the pitch. Yeah. But coming into second half, once he was subbed, it showed that clearly is Eriksen on that midfield, not really Bruno.
Yeah. No. It's not like it's not really Bruno. Everybody has their role to play. Bruno was more attacking. You get it. The final passes was on Bruno, but the build-up passes and the passes that controls our tempo is on Eriksen. You get it. Why the ball carrying is on Kobe. Now, when you had to sub Eriksen, you know why? Lemar was already, physically more dominant. You get it? And we could see that with the way Eze was playing, we needed a physical person there. When Ugarte came in, you saw not so long after they took, Eze out, because that physical presence came back. And Eriksen was no longer, able to, give us the physical, this thing. But all the same, it is, man.
Palace had some chances and, they created a lot of chances. And at a time, the defense, Manchester United defense started, working so hard to protect their game. So what can you say about the defense today? And even Onana, trying his best to, keep it at 0-0.
You see, you cannot come away to Palace and expect them not to have their chances. It's not going to be all Manchester United for 90 minutes. There are moments where Palace will have their day. Eze was, unfortunately, the player there for them. He could have turned 2 goals in. You get it? But we had our chances. Garnacho should have scored. Like I said, Zirkzee and De Ligt, they could have scored too. So it was a game where we both had chances to take the lead. But then, away to Palace has not always been easy for us. It has not always been easy. So I feel like this is not the type of game you go and don't bury the chances that come your way. That first half, we had a lot of chances. You have to be very clinical. You have to be deadly. You have to be ruthless. When you are playing away to Palace, these chances won't come by every time. Once you come in, you score. But
well, okay, summing up the performances of the team, how do you sum up the performances of the team and what can you say, to engage them pushing forward?
Well, first of all, I will say that in the last 2 games, Onana has deserved this clean sheet. You get it? The saves, penalties against Southampton, and then the double save from, the shots Lemar played and Sa. And Sa again, you get it? And then that of Eze and that of Hughes. So he has earned his clean sheet, to get it. So the only positive there is just the clean sheet. And kudos to Onana, because he made crucial saves. You get it? So we can just build from the not conceding goals and then see how, I've been complaining about we not scoring. But I think we are tightened in the defense line. So
who do you blame today? Because, there must be someone to blame in every match. So who do you blame today for not, putting in the ball at the back of the net today?
Well, there's not really one person I'll blame. I'll just blame a particular area of the pitch, which is the attack, because the defense and the midfield did their job. So every single person that played the attack, whether you're Ahmad, whether you're Bruno, whether you're Zirkzee, whether you're Garnacho, I feel like they should have scored. Every single one of them had an opportunity to get a goal. You get it? Ahmad who had a through ball that was given to him, he miscontrolled it. These are chances they should score. So it's not really one person thing. It's the whole attack thing. Hopefully, you know, Ten Hag should train them, you know, make sure they score a lot of goals. Put them in situations where they outnumber the defenders. You get it? Put your 4 attackers against 2 defenders in training so that they will know how to pass and how to pass it quickly. You understand? So once we can work on the attack, then I feel everything is just going to tick for us.
Looking at to your, you know, the Premier League table, where you stand now, any words for it?
No, I'm not really bothered. It's a marathon, you know. It's a marathon. I'm not really bothered. I mean, we're just 5 games in. Forms will be dropped. Forms will be picked. Goals will be scored. Goals will be conceded. People will lose. People will win. So for now, let's see where we are around December. You get it? Let's see where we are around December. Then we can start to talk about our position in the league. But for now, no, I don't want to talk about it.
But aren't you bothered about the Chelsea, the Arsenals, the Liverpools, the Man Cities, you know, going forward, and Manchester United being at 13th position? If I'm not wrong.
No. I don't want to talk about Man City and Arsenal. I don't want to talk about Man City and Arsenal. Why? Because these are teams that have their managers, you know, more comfortable in the league. They've had their 11. They have the 11 they use. Man City still have the 11. You know, they know their team. They know how they want to play, and they have the team that fits that sense. We now, Ten Hag is just trying to, you know, knit players together that will make us, you know, have a style of play. So that's what we are. I don't want to compare with them. They are, in terms of balance, they are better now. They are better and they are more consistent. So I would rather compare myself with teams like maybe Chelsea, teams like maybe, you know, Tottenham Hotspur, that are still looking for the fine 11 and that they will play with. December, my 11 will be set. No, Liverpool is fairly settled. Arsenal didn't need to do too many things. He just, you know, play the club 11 and then make sure they understand what he wants to do, and they are doing it right.
All right. So what's the final thought?
Nothing much. Just for the attacks to work on themselves. Make sure it's really bad. You know, I thought we were going to score a lot of goals today because of, you know, how we dealt with Southampton and Barnsley. But it is what it is. They should go back to the drawing board, get their shots right, and then the finishing, and we'll be good.
I hope this won't be Manchester United team for the rest of the season.
No, you can come watch us against FT20, where there's going to be a rain of goals. I'm going to kill them. All right.